President Biden's Department of Justice and Health and Human Services Department says that long-haul COVID is a disability under the ADA. Now, long-haul COVID sufferers can have symptoms that last long past the infection, and it can affect many body systems. The symptoms can include such things as fatigue, brain fog, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, headaches, dizziness, a fast beating or pounding of your heart, known as heart palpitations, chest pain, cough, joint or muscle pain, fever, and fatigue, and even a loss of taste or smell. And it's not uncommon for them to have depression or anxiety. Now, long-haul COVID is going to be a disability under the ADA, Section 504 and Section 1557. But let's talk about what ADA is. It's a federal law that protects people with disabilities from discrimination, and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the United States Department of Justice Civil Rights Division Disability Rights Section has just issued guidance on long-haul COVID, and they've said it's a disability under the ADA Section 504 and Section 1557. In fact, in the bulletin it was determined that long-haul COVID can be a disability under the ADA if it substantially limits one or more major life activities. A person with a disability is a person who has a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more of the major life activities of the individual, which is an actual disability. A person with a record of such impairment, which is called record, or a person who's regarded as having such as an impairment. That's considered regarding as. Now, a person who has COVID and has these symptoms of physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more of their major activities is going to be covered under ADA, and it will cover individuals with a record of substantial limiting impairment or those regarded as having a physical impairment, whether it's substantially limiting or not. Now, the memo found that long-haul COVID is both a physical and a mental impairment, and ultimately, of course, the issue is going to be whether or not it's limiting one or more of your major life activities. These activities consider a wide range of activities: caring for yourself, performing manual tasks, seeing, hearing, eating, sleeping, walking, standing, sitting, reaching, lifting, bending, speaking, breathing, learning, reading, concentrating, thinking, writing, communicating, interacting with others, and working. And it also can include the operation of one of your major bodily functions. Now, the term substantial limits doesn't mean it has to prevent you or significantly restrict you from performing a major life activity, and the limitations don't have to be severe, permanent, or long-term, but they have to be based on an individual assessment under your personal circumstances. Now, under the ADA, you're entitled to full and equal opportunities to participate and enjoy civic and commercial life. If your employer is failing to provide you with accommodations, that can be a violation of the ADA, and you should consult with an experienced employment lawyer. Now, I'm an ERISA disability attorney. I'm not an employment lawyer, but I thought it was important for you to understand that this important finding that people who have long-haul or long-haul COVID would be considered a disability under the ADA, I think is important, not only for your employment issues, but ultimately I think it can play a role in a disability insurance claim. If you have any questions about your rights to disability insurance, I'm the person for you. I'm not the person for you if you have an employment issue. So call me today at 727-894-3188 for a complimentary consultation about your disability insurance claim.